Who? I think this raid is starting late. Trying to remember how we even do this. I guess we start in the spiders. The last time we started with the golems here, so we could use a FAP first. Let's see here. Pull down elixir poison resistance. Pull down FAP. Let's see here. So, no, that's... Wait, our riding is... There we go. So this is the default set now for Thunderfall, with Rift Carver on the offhand. Who runs Stinger. So this is still a combat build. This alternatively can be this. But I'm not sure which is better. I think Drake Fang Talisman ends up being better when we have buffs. Band of Reanimation, Boots of Displacement for the attack speed. We have 4 pieces of Bone Scythe for the crit strikes, giving energy. Gloves of the Primordial Burrower to get us to 316 weapon skill on both. Bone Scythe here. Death Dealer's Vest for now until we get Tricksters. I think Wing of the Time Lord is the best option here, because it has 1% haste and a 1% chance of extra attacks, and our extra attacks are huge now. The other option is Shroud of Dominion for just attack power, or Sandstalkers for the 19 agility and more armor ignore, but I think that's more a PvP thing. It also has 1 hit, so we can switch to that if we are hitting crit cap. And then there's Cloak of the Shrouded Mist is our top agility and also has haste. But it does not have the extra attacks. So I'm thinking Wing of the Time Lord is the best option now. Chris Metzen is the guy who wrote Warcraft, basically. I'm talking to the Whiskey Warriors, by the way, so the conversation is lively, as always. And then there's the Trickster's Helmet, which, as far as I can tell, is probably the best no matter what, just from stats alone. This thing is massive. I've never seen anything quite close to this. 2% crit, 2% haste, 1% hit, 27 strength, 33 agility. Just massive. So... Alright. That's what we're running. Talent-wise, we went with my standard for this tree, which is I have 5 points in lethality, and I put the 1 point in vile poisons rather than improved blade tactics. It's been my experience that the 15% additional haste is irrelevant because you're constantly having to refresh other things anyways. So it doesn't seem to buy you much to have a couple extra seconds on your slice and dice compared to 10% additional damage from your poisons. Over in combat, we skip the deflection or riposte that I normally like to have because it's not going to help in a raid situation. You put five points in the dodge because you're not generally striking from behind with anything. It only affects backstab. So you're losing out on that damage. You go ahead for 3 points in the setup, 2 points in the improved sprint, so you can get out of the roots and things that can happen. And this procs more than you think based on cleaves and AoEs and other things, or just any random resist. We get the dual wield, and the this affects maces and daggers, but I'm told that it does not affect. It might not affect the offhand, which is weird. But in theory it should. So we'll see. I don't know. Surprise attack, blade rush, aggression, adrenaline rush. Some people think that adrenaline rush is a waste with Sinister Strike, but I don't think that's the case. And you want aggression anyways. So that's the build we'll be running. We'll see how it goes. I should take this off my bar so I don't accidentally use it. If I did have to run improved exposed armor, I suppose I'd take 1 point from the Vile Poison. Just not sure where the other point would come from. It might be lethality. It'd probably have to come from lethality, but no. Let's get Mark of the Champion up here so we can swap that in when we need it. The Heart of Dreams here for now. Okie dokie. If you run an exposed armor build, make a Sloot Mog to go with it so the enemy knows what's coming. My green screen's eating my face again. Oh my god, you're right. Alright, let me see if I can fix that. It does like to eat my face sometimes. Chroma key. Let's see. Burp. Do, do, do. Oh, is it the light? It's probably just a lighting issue. Yeah. All right, let's see. Make myself ghostly like Noggenfogger? I could try. It's because of the... Yeah. Alright, I'll turn on my lighting. Ooh! And I'll cover my can. What? Trying to get rid of all the fuzzies. Alright, how's that? It shouldn't be too bad. Still might be some... Yeah, I can see it eating my glasses there, but... At least it's not super awful. Doop doo. I didn't order coffee, so that's gonna suck, but whatever. Ah. Oh, I forgot to restock my poisons. This should be enough, though. Let me think here. Am I missing anything? I don't think so. I'm only missing Elixir of Superior Defense, and it's not super critical. It's just if I take a hit, it could get ugly. So hopefully I don't have to rogue tank. Alright, let's put Sinister Strike in my T command slot. And, yeah. The price of being a nerd? Indeed. Darn glasses. I don't know. Until they can start regrowing eyes and shit with your own genetics. I think it's... Which they're getting there. They're regrowing teeth now, so... That's something to consider. Because I got a fucked up crown over here. From a sham dental operation that were like, oh, you need like 4 crowns at once. I'm like, what? My teeth have always been good. But because my insurance switched and they accepted my insurance, I didn't really have a choice. I feel like you would enjoy being a shaman and one-shotting people in PvP. Lag doesn't mean much if someone's dead. True. I've experienced that. The one thing about Thunderfall that maybe I'm not super happy about is just it's -8 stamina, which doesn't matter in raids, but does matter in PvP. But you can't beat the DPS. All right. I guess I could have ordered a coffee. I didn't realize. If I order it now, though, it's going to come in the middle of the raid. Every time I see a torrent dance, I think of the internet is for porn. The internet is for porn. Alrighty then. Should be doing PvP as a sapper. You go around and sap people, you're not doing anything, but neither is at least one enemy. Potentially. The only problem that I've run into is that everyone's super aware in PvP and they're ridiculously using all the consumes and they're like drinking cat's eye elixirs and shit. It's ridiculous. When you can't actually kill people, being annoying and holding up the enemy team is satisfying. True. I should be able to kill people though. I should be able to stun lock at this point. And with these, anyone who's like even slightly under geared is probably going down. But whatever. If I get just one more piece of Tricksters, that 3-piece set with the opening moves having a 100% chance to give me 10% attack speed for 6 seconds is insane. Which is more a PvP thing, obviously, but... What the... Who the hell are you? Is this ever useful? Maybe in PvP, if you run into a paladin. What the... Dipshit. Hey, Kissef, how's it going? Just waiting for the raid to start. Should be 12 minutes. It's ironic that even with the mace, the build is basically the same. It just lose the backstab damage. Maybe this is why backstab is technically better. 15, 30, 45% chance to award an additional combo point. I guess mathematically it works out the same. Because 120 versus 40, 80, 120. That's a 45% chance each backstab. And technically, backstab would be better in that case because you get more combo points out of it then. Well, either way, I've committed to running this for now. We'll see how it goes.
Fools! You think yourselves triumphant? You have only taken
Fools.
one step closer
Fools.
to the abyss.
Fools. So I've been looking at articles for the next game dev news. There's not a lot of good news. I had to dig into the a story about modders to find good news in the game industry. Everything else is sad. Sadness. Like some of them extremely sad. We'll see. I'll start writing out the episode today after the raid. And then the plan, since it's bi-monthly, is to do the next game dev news on the 15th. So next Thursday. That'll be the live stream, and then or maybe I'll live stream it on the 14th, and then I'll make it public on the 15th. I already reported on the Ubisoft code leak. Did you not watch the last game dev news? What the hell? What the hell, Scott? You're not keeping up on the news. That's terrible. So if by the end of January I don't see a significant increase in views on game dev news, I'm going to move it all to a new channel. And we'll see how that goes. There's two. There's two for January. One at the very end of January. So if you just go to my channel and you go to videos, you'll see there's the two newest videos are game dev news. The second one is the one you want. There's 2% hit on Blood Moon. That's interesting, actually. Rift Carvers has 1% hit, though. The I Zug and I loot things bottle. My daughter's been stealing my I Zug and I loot things shirts, unfortunately, so I don't have any. To show. So I guess they wouldn't show very well with the green screen. I'm thinking of getting another one done to commemorate the Thunderfall, but let's see how the Thunderfall does. Should I even keep Faint up here? I don't know what to do with this. It's useless, so probably not. Alright, we're doing the FAP thing. Ask Grok for good news in the game industry. I don't use PDF files for anything. Grok has been stripping clothes off people, apparently. At the request of users, of course. Including children, so yeah, we're not using that. I'm thinking of deleting Twitter entirely, because Twitter has not been either a positive experience, nor has it been useful in terms of growing an audience at all. I might just leave my account there, but just never use it again, because really, that's where I'm at already. I was not built for internet fame. True. I was not. I was built for being a turtle, so I can climb inside my shell and hide.
Yourselves triumphant. You have only taken one step closer to the abyss.
To clarify, I am not on the Turtle WoW development team. FYI, Whale of the Banshee, while it does cast on Cruel, does not seem to have any effect on whether or not he hits. So, seemed like a good idea, but no impact on the fight, on the Cruel fight. Anyways, I might use it here today on Kel'Thuzad or something to try and smooth it out. I don't know what your obsession with the bear thing is, but please drop it. It's not a thing. You're the only one talking about it, and it's not gonna spread. You don't make any sense. Alright, we're buffing up. Persistence is what built America? No, I'm pretty sure it's slaves. Major health stone. I'll use that. Thank you. Poisons, Dave. Poisons.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What? Alright. Bummer.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yay! Dominance established. Damn it, Leroy. Vile Retcher. Everyone bail. Alright, swapping to poison resist. Maybe. Where the F did I put him? Oh, shit. There it is. God. Need to make these more obvious. Can I make it more obvious than that, though? Okay. Thanks. Damn it. Damn it. Damn it. Alright. Spiders. Alright, let's swap in Badge of the Swarmguard, I think? Oh, we actually lose a lot of crit that way. Oh, we are crit cap. Alright, we need to think about additional hits somewhere then. Would it be here? Nah. Theoretically, Badge of the Stormguard's still better. I should be doing
5,
Deadly
4,
Corrosive too,
3,
but that's okay.
2, 1.
We have 30 seconds on Kiss the Spider anyways, because I used it in that last big spider fight. Seconds. What percentage of turtle is 60s? I have no idea. Probably the majority for Nordinar. It would have to be like 80%, I would think. But I don't have any statistical data. Just don't want to be in the same. What the hell? Cryptfield Silk Cloak. Tell the team to add a prestige option. People should be able to reset to level 1 so they can get sick titles for leveling 20 times. I don't know about that. That's why they had the level 1 lunatic challenge, I suppose. You just start a new level 1 and stay there. Keep hitting things in the ceiling. What is that about? Nope. Wow. Few weeks off and we have become all right, well.
Dispel poison.
Three? Spidered. Yeah, we got spidered.
Dispel poison.
Whoops.
You think yourselves triumphant? You have only taken one step closer.
Dispel poison. Dispel poison.
Lives. Your mortal desires mean nothing. You
Having that XP bar at the top of my chat and UI is annoying? Does it even do anything? I don't know what the XP bar does. I don't know if I have to enable something for it to do something or what. Gamification has been a disaster for the internet. Well, it's used incorrectly. It's gamification is supposed to be motivation to do good things, and instead they make it a engagement tool. Oh boy. I can't hit anything. Time for the news. We're here at the Whiskey Warriors Clown Show, where the circus is in full swing. Everyone's dying to the left of me, everyone's dying to the right of me. Will they keep us alive? Who knows? Thanks for listening. News out. One boss down and we're throwing out repair bots. Oh my god. 19 gold, alright. Woo! Thunderfall's expensive to repair. Hold on, I gotta settle flick. They're trying to bankrupt me. All right.
Four, three, two.
Thanks. I am combat. It's combat mace. Zero damage today.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Apparently, it's the survival pet that's pulling. Don't stand in the rock fire? What rock fire? No, it was the hunter pet pulling shit. Because he's a survival, so he's melee and running in. Not paying attention, I guess. I don't know.
3, 2, 1.
Alright, let's go deadly. Corrosive 2. Badge of the Swarm Guard.
You think yourselves triumphant? You have only taken one step closer to the abyss.
Slay them in the Master's name.
Alright, what the fuck's going on? Desecrated Riscards and the Widow's Embrace. Increase healing by 178. Wow. That seems like a lot, but probably isn't. I already collected that one though. It's nice not having to worry about facing. I'll say that. Hopefully it doesn't make me too sloppy in the long run. Those are... Oh. Damn, things don't stay up long enough to even get a combo point going. You still want to face the back, obviously, to prevent deflections and things. Yeah, that. I need to have distract in my top bar. Let's see here. Damn. Thought I could jump that. Alright, we have Vanish available. We've got Deadly and Corrosive, which is what we want. This fight will not be more than 5 minutes. Let me think here. Anything else I can add on to this? Probably not. Since this is a beast, I expect to be top DPS here, but we'll see. As long as I don't frick it up.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Do you want to give him just a second to get things going? Just barely. Wraithblade. Ooh, Maximus Hatchling.
Who dares violate the sanctity of my domain? Be warned. All who trespass here are doomed.
The Wraithblade, which is apparently the Ret Paladin Bis or something. You lucked out on that DPS at the end? A little bit. I think I give the tank some time at the start so that so that I don't accidentally pull aggro at the start, because I can and I have. But not all rogues adhere to that.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Like I said,
5.
some rogues don't care
3,
about potentially
2,
pulling the
1.
boss off the tank, but I do. Better to do slightly less damage and not wipe the raid than to wipe the raid. That's my feeling on it. Alright, let's get the FAP in position. I'm gonna switch to Consecrated on the offhand and Dissolvent on the main. Oh, and I forgot to swap this in. If I do that, yeah, it removes the buff. Alright. Good to know. Oh shit. I want nothing to do with that. You have all those supplies, use them. Just vanish if you pull the boss. No, you have to save the vanish on that fight, Scott. That's the whole point. If you vanish early, you can't skip the getting wrapped. The reason rogues can outdamage the entire raid there with little effort is because you can vanish the wrapping and then not be stuck like everyone else is. And when you vanish, then it drops threat, yes. But you don't just throw your vanish away on that fight. That would be stupid. So it's important to not pull aggro at the very start. No, wait. Shit. Dead rogues do no damage. And since I did die twice already, I'm not sure how those numbers are going to look at the end of the day. I guess we'll see later. Boy, I am rusty though. Yowza. Alrighty here.
Patchwork want to play.
Alright, go. Oh no. That's gonna be a wipe. I should have eviscerated there. Damn it, Iker. Well, we did it. Maybe I should have switched to Mark of the Champion. We lose 2% crit that way, though. Oh, man. Uh-oh. Words of thawing required.
Five, four, three, two.
End of breeze. Drink. Oh, shoot. You go with badge here? We'll try badge and we'll swap to Mark. I think he's undead. Pretty sure he's an undead dog. Uh-oh. Oh. All right, Naxx is going okay. It's they're rusty from 2 weeks off, so we had a couple wipes already. Wipes on trash, ironically, not on any bosses. I guess that's the way things go here. 10 minutes left on all these, so they should be fine. 22, that'll probably fall off. I think we can go deadly here. And we can do... We'll go Mark of the Champion.
5,
Oh, shit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I'll go with greater. Go with a lesser, because I don't have greater nature protection for some reason. Alright, negative left, positive right. Positive. Did he move? Don't have to move. I can't even keep it. I can't keep up with the energy. Negative. Fuck. I didn't even use my adrenaline rush in this fight. I'm live. What's up?
What cake or evening
Okay, which one? Downstairs?
car,
Oh, the car. Okay. Alright.
car aircon.
Yeah, yeah. Spire of Twilight. No, it's the candelabra. Kissif with the 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. Be responsible, eat well. Tucker and Pazdarak and Professor. Wow, can't read these. That guy nobody wants. What the heck are these names? Be sure to thank Kissif when you get the chance. Wow. You now have access to the members only videos. Speaking of which, there's going to be a members-only update for God Among Man. If you're interested in my visual novel game, might be interested in that. Scott is here. Yeah, there's always lurkers, but I don't know how the membership stuff works exactly. I think it sometimes picks people who are not there. Or who were there recently but left. But it's hard to tell.
Do not continue. Turn back while there's still time.
Basically, I guess the goal of it is to get people to come back to the channel. Oh, okay. I guess we got unlucky there. I don't have all my HP stuff up though. There goes my parse. Rip. Oof. How are we doing so badly? I get the feeling this is the same fight from the start. Because there hasn't been enough time between them and DPS mate is not sure what to do with it. Jesus age. Oh, I don't have buffs. Yeah. Yeah, so when I got the res, I didn't get any rebuffs, so that's why I was doing so poorly. That explains it. It really is a matter of increments. It's a private server? This is Turtle WoW, yes. It is a private server. The best private server. You can play it at turtlecraft.gg. Anybody can. Why play on this instead of the official server? Isn't it stealing? Well, I don't think that Microsoft or Blizzard is the true owners of the Warcraft IP anymore. Because they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So I'd rather play a fan-made one. Especially since it's Classic Plus, which they don't seem to have any inclination of what to do with. Supposedly they're working on one, but I haven't seen shit. You thought you couldn't stream these? Why? It's content. You can stream anything. You can stream protests, you can stream the news. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird that people are like, oh, you're stealing Blizzard's IP. Really? What is Blizzard doing with their IP right now? What are they doing with it? Watch Game Dev News, the episode where I talk about what Johanna Faries' plans are. And I think you'll be far more supportive of private servers at that point. But here's the fact. The fact of the matter is that Blizzard should be licensing private servers just the same way that they would license Minecraft and all that. Because there's no point in trying to prevent this. It's happening. It's going to happen. It's going to continue to happen. And they've targeted Turtle WoW because they got too big for their tastes. And they have to protect their IP, on paper at least. But ultimately, Turtle WoW's not going anywhere. I did work on WoW, so I have more of a connection to World of Warcraft Classic than I would say most people at Activision Blizzard does at this stage. What the hell is going on here? Either way, why are you bootlicking Blizzard? It's kind of gross. We better eat. So what if it has an in-game cash shop? All the tokens are sold as through donations. So no, it's not stealing. But I think I know who you are, and you're going to start talking about a specific person soon, aren't you? Yeah, that's who I'm thinking it is on a new account. But it's weird to bootlick Blizzard like this. It really is. If Blizzard had a proper Classic Plus and knew what they were doing, I would probably have played it by now. The whole reason I came to Turtle WoW is because they didn't have anything. I couldn't even play my old quests at the time. And if I couldn't play my own work, like, what the fuck's the point? But I came to play my old stuff and I stayed for the community, which is definitely way better than the retail experience, I can tell you that. You don't care about Blizzard, just saying there are a lot of arguments around Turtle which really are based around justifying play WoW for free. This isn't about playing WoW for free. If I couldn't play my content, I wouldn't play WoW at all. And a lot of the people who play on Turtle WoW, they're not going to go back to Blizzard no matter what. They left retail because it sucked. Because Blizzard didn't know what they were doing and they kept fucking things up. People don't like their old stuff being obsoleted. That's just a fact. And every expansion obsoletes everything you did in the previous raids. Blizzard completely lost the plot on what made WoW a great MMORPG. They're still, sadly, the best that's out there, though I would argue Guild Wars 2 is really good. Bliss is gay. I don't know about that, but okay. What are we on here? This is on Deadly? I'll keep it on Deadly. Let me just scan over what I should do here. Should I go badge? Let's go badge. And... yeah, we're good. Classic exists. It did not exist when I was looking to play my old stuff. And now that it does exist, I don't care. I'm already playing Turtle WoW, so I've already played my stuff and I'm staying here for the... God damn it. People are playing the server because they think it somehow hurts Blizzard. It's a vendetta server. Sure. No, they play on this server because they like what Turtle WoW has done with Classic Plus. It is the best version of Classic Plus that exists. They understood the assignment and they executed on it correctly. Blizzard has not. They're just better than Blizzard at making Classic WoW. Classic Plus. That is the facts of the matter. If you think the retail experience is equivalent to this, then you haven't played this. You should play Turtle WoW and see how you feel about it after you've played it for like a month or so and had the Classic Plus experience of your dreams. Stop bootlicking Blizzard, it's so gross. They don't give a fuck about you. They really don't give a shit. They're the best at Classic Plus for now? Oh, you think Blizzard's going to do better? Wow. Yes, go ahead. Invent arguments for me based on things that haven't happened yet. When Blizzard releases a Classic Plus, I probably will check it out. And then I will make a determination at that point. But if it's not better than Turtle WoW, which by the way, the reason they're demanding all of Turtle WoW's assets in the lawsuit is probably so they can steal it. Because it is the best version of Classic Plus that exists. Anyways, once that's out, I'll take a look. But right now, it's not. There is no Classic Plus. So what do I care about Blizzard? Retail is a shit experience. I don't want to go anywhere near it. I get that you're bitter about Blizzard, but these are justifications because you hate the people I don't hate the people I used to work with. I hate the corporation that Blizzard became. Bobby Kotick isn't even there anymore, and he's the person that I hated the most. And I never even worked under him. I just saw what he did with all the IPs. If you can't actually have an honest conversation with me, I need you to stop inventing a straw man because you're completely full of shit and it's annoying me. So keep that in mind with whatever you say next, because it's probably going to be very stupid. Why is he coming this way? All right, here we go. How has UE5 been treating me? Me, personally? I don't fuck with UE5. I use Tyranno Builder for my visual novel game. Yo, hate Pardo and Kaplan. Also, Classic Plus is trash. Well, they don't have a Classic Plus, so we don't know what they're going to do with it. We'll see. If they literally just copy what Turtle WoW did, they'll be fine. It's pretty much the proven Classic Plus. People love it. You couldn't get over the antiquated add-ons and functionality of the original engine? Yeah, that is a problem. I think truly that's what irritated Blizzard the most, was that Turtle WoW was working on a Unreal Azeroth, which was going to make them look like complete tools if a mod community had a updated new engine version of WoW before they did. The sad truth is that Blizzard should have made Blizzard should have made WoW 2 by now. There should have been a WoW 2. And they're not. They ain't doing shit. They're not doing anything in that regard, as far as I know. If they are, it's so well kept a secret that there's like no info at all, which I've never seen them hide anything that well, so who knows. But Unreal Azeroth is now separate from Turtle WoW, so that's sad. That's a sad result of Blizzard suing. So they're already fucking over the community with the way they've approached everything. If Blizzard was smart, they'd let Turtle work on it, send a guy to Russia, break into Tortoise house, and take the codebase. If they were smart, they'd already be licensing private servers the same way that Minecraft does. And then there wouldn't be an issue at all. But they are not smart. They are determined to do this the stupidest way possible, so whatever. I'm gonna go with a second consecrated sharpening stone on my main hand. And see how that works for this fight. Because all that matters is the immediate damage I can do. Fucking over a community based on theft? Oh my god, dude. Look, intellectual properties cannot belong to corporations. Because if intellectual properties can belong to corporations, and they have LLMs that can generate IPs, they can just generate all the IPs that anyone could ever think of, and then they can just use that to sue people whenever they create something, and they're like, oh, it's quite similar to this one in our vault. Because they just sit on these IPs. They don't fucking do anything with them. And Blizzard has done nothing good for WoW. In fact, I would argue that every good thing that Blizzard has done for WoW has come from mod communities doing good stuff and stealing their audience. Because they couldn't do it in the first place. So fuck the idea of theft. Blizzard should be working with these people. IP law is gay, I guess. The Unreal Azeroth team was separate from Turtle. Who knows, maybe they do still exist. But now that attention has been focused on them from the Blizzard lawsuit, I'm pretty sure they're going to lay very, very, very low for a long time. Finally, someone noticed my T-Mog. Someone finally noticed my T-Mog. I'm so happy. Alright. Focus. I'm giving Turtle WoW a pass because you've invested hundreds of hours. You like them? Great. That's not why I'm giving them a pass. I give everyone a fucking pass because if Blizzard can't make a better product, then why do they deserve to live? First of all, let's think about this. Like, really think about who made Warcraft. Was it Microsoft? No. Was it Activision? No. Was it the people who currently work at Blizzard Entertainment? 1 or 2, maybe 3 of them. Who are the vast majority of the people who worked on original WoW Classic? Who are they? I'm one of them. I wouldn't even say I'm like a big percentage of that. So who really owns the IP that's at that stage? Should a corporation that had nothing to do with the creation of Warcraft at all, ever, should they be the ones to own the IP? I don't think so. Bill Roper's voice, yeah. Bill Roper certainly has more to do with Warcraft than anyone at Microsoft. What are we doing? Is this a new strategy? You might not like retail, but millions do. Oh, you think they have millions? You can dismiss it by saying it's a hamster wheel of shit eaters, but you need millions of players of the game that... What? I don't know what you're talking about now. I don't even know what your argument is. Look, if Blizzard has millions of players in retail, then who cares what TurtleWow does? Why do they care so much about what private servers are doing? And here's the thing, if they want the money from the private servers, license the fucking engine and license the game. Give IP licenses to run servers. In the lawsuit, they're like, oh, we're worried about the safety of the users. Bullshit. Retail has had more security breaches than TurtleWow has, even if you include the hack. Oh, fuck. Why are you defending the Megacorp? It doesn't make any sense, man. Did they pay you to come here? The barely do anything strat? Well, that's the thing, and that's what I keep pointing out. If there was no Nostralius, Blizzard would never have done a classic at all. You think you... Wait, I have a soundboard for this.
No, and you don't want to do that. You think you do, but you don't.
That's what Blizzard said. That's Blizzard responding to their community about asking about a classic server. Okay? I have an impressive Mickey Mouse voice. Listen! Blizzard Entertainment is going to fuck you over every chance it gets! I'm Mickey Mouse! And I agree with that message. How's that? It's trolling. Yeah, it must be trolling at this point. Ian later said, you think you did and you actually did? Yeah, amazing how they learned their lesson after Nostralius. Amazing how when a private server went up and actually gave them a classic experience, they were suddenly, oh wait, we're losing people to this. We better fucking do stuff. Glacial headdress. Oh, it's the chapeau. Yeah, I got that one.
Turn away while you still
Bleh. Did I have that the whole time? Oh, I'm an idiot.
Do not drive them out. Not before.
You're sorry that people... You're not just disagreeing, though. You're like bootlicking a corporation, which is gross. It's like really gross. I don't understand why. And you're not disagreeing with me. You're inventing a straw man argument and saying, "Oh, you think this, you think that. You're only doing this because of that." You're wrong. I have explained my reasons multiple times in the past, long before you ever showed up, for why I've played. And the fact of the matter is, at the end of the day, this is Classic Plus. Blizzard does not have Classic Plus. When they have a Classic Plus, maybe I'll look at it. But at the time that I came to the server, they did not even have Classic. So think about that. The only reason that Blizzard does anything is because they see money on the table they can't get. And here you are defending them going, oh, it's theft from the giant megacorp that's making all the money. They're so poor. Poor them. You gotta give Blizzard more money so that they can ignore their users more and like report higher profits. And then do nothing with that money for anyone. So their CEO can get huge fucking bonuses. That's what you need to do. Like, what is your argument? You can strawman me, I can strawman you. Oh, for fuck's sake, guys. I'm not sure I'm gonna survive this. Barely survived. Turtle WoW is making millions off the same player base. No, they're not. You think they're making millions of dollars? Do you honestly believe that? First of all, they're donation only. There's no subscription fee. There's no box that they're selling you. How do you get to millions of dollars from that? They're Eastern European. So very low salary costs. You're bonkers. You're bonkers if you think they're making millions off this. If you don't understand that they do this out of love and passion for the classic experience, you have no idea what you're talking about. Nobody can play Turtle WoW and deny that they actually give so much love to this game. Which, at this point, I don't think Blizzard has people in it that have this much passion for Warcraft. And that is going to be the difference, the fundamental difference. Donation for clear advantages in the game. If you consider backpacks, bag space an advantage, sure. Then I agree with you, but I don't. It is certainly pay for convenience, which is an argument that Blizzard themselves use, so if you want to debate Blizzard on that, go ahead. Feel free. But it doesn't bother me at all. It's not even that different from Classic? Oh my god, dude. Alright, now I know you're trolling. It was nice talking to you, but you don't have anything to add to this conversation, and it is obviously disingenuous. I'm no longer paying attention to your hate speech towards Turtle WoW. You are 90% used backpack spaces. That is a fact, yes. In fact, I'm almost certain if they put a 100 slot backpack into the game and I bought all 100 slots, I'd find a way to fill all those too. In fact, I can guarantee it. So. But that's just me. Alright, let me think here. Greater Shadow is the main one. Also, we need a fire protection now, and we need this on the bar, and... Let me think here. This is 5 minutes, so it might run out. They're playing Nickelback, and it's actually going to drive me insane. I'll go ahead and refresh this. As far as I'm aware, Turtle WoW doesn't scam anyone. A scam would be to give money to something and get nothing or something different in return. 100%. They're not scam. It's not a scam. Jesus Christ. Like, do they do some shady under the hood things? Probably, but who gives a shit? It's an experience created by people who actually love the IP. No, I would say that they don't. That they definitely do not do any shady things, unless you consider paying people for their work shady. The RICO charges are ridiculous. And I can tell you for that there's the rumors of Torta being that person
5,
from before.
4,
People learn
3,
lessons from
2,
past behaviors.
1.
So the idea that Torta would do the same thing as that person, whether they are that person or not,
Too late.
no, they would not. What am I? Oh, all right. Am I gonna pull aggro here? Hold on. Mark 2. I'm just gonna die before that. Okay, there's Mark 3. Go.
Your life is mine.
Mark 4.
We're at 2 marks.
Mark 6.
Your life is mine.
Mark 7.
I have no choice but to obey.
Your life is mine.
Mark 8.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 9.
I gotta go.
Your life is mine.
Mark 10.
Oh,
I have no choice but to obey.
Your
Void
life
Zone
is
move.
mine.
Mark 11.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 12.
got 2 on below.
Void Zone move. Mark 1.
I have no choice but to obey.
Your life
Okay, move her
is
instead.
mine.
Okay. This should be easy enough.
Mark 2.
I have no choice but
Zilly, I have 20 seconds, so I'm stuck here for now. You haven't really looked into Turtle WoW that deeply other than seeing those Rico charges? The Rico charges are complete horseshit. I have no idea how any judge would hold that up.
Your life is mine.
I've played it for a while with a friend and enjoyed it, but I played so much WoW I can't really find it as fun anymore, and the friend got busy with life and disappeared. Oh, that's always sad. It's always more fun with friends.
Your life is
Bah.
mine. Who's next?
Mark 5.
I have no choice but to obey.
Shame.
Mark 6.
Oh.
I have no choice but to obey.
What killed me there?
Mark 7.
It was the mark from Blemo.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 8.
I have no choice but to obey.
Mark 9.
Charge the boss! Charge Zeliak! Go! Charge!
To obey. As it should be.
Jesus Christ. What, isn't more fun with friends?
Yes, master.
Reading. You've been playing on the official hardcore servers and having a blast. The community there is excellent. Nice. Yeah, I think the main problems I have with retail is that I know that, I mean, there's so many, but among them, I know that they collect data. And I don't want to be collected anymore. More like beer babies. Scott from my community has suggested a name change for the guild from Whiskey Warriors to beer babies. Lord. What the fuck? It's chaos. There we go. That was cool. You like when I broadcast your witty comments? Oh. Back raid wiped? Oh shit. Alright, well I know I'll get rebuffed. What the hell was that? When did that happen? I went green? I got green screened? That's a glitch. I don't know. It's not happening now, I guess. Blarg. Oh, when I swam in the goo? Oh, because my screen was green. So it green screened me. That's awesome. Because I've got this OLED now, and the OLED can get very bright. I turned the brightness way down, though, because it was kind of burning my eyes, especially if I used high dynamic resolution, high dynamic range, or whatever it is.
Four, three, two, one.
Yeah, I really can't keep up with the adrenaline rush in this situation. Interesting. Shit. Oops. I really got to keep that slice and dice up. I am fucking up. Confirmed for goober? Is that a word people still use? It's a very friendly insult. I suppose it is. It doesn't sound offensive. Goober. Isn't that a candy? Is that not a candy? Was there a candy called goobers, or am I imagining that? This is where it's going to be a problem if I don't have my... I only have a lesser nature, which is not going to stop a... what do you call it? The fountain of green goo from destroying my ass. That was probably the worst way to say that. And Nestle brand name of chocolate-coated peanut. Aha! So it is real. I don't know if calling someone a chocolate-coated peanut is a bad thing, though. It's... not too tall. Well, I don't have a GMP piece, so we'll just use the lesser and hope. We'll just hope. I'm not getting slice and dice up fast enough. 1,400. Nice, man. Boy, we killed it so fast that the cooldown on my pots is still going. The fights are so short, comparatively speaking, to before, that I think that the desecrated sharpening stones might be the only way to go moving forward. Let's go with Mark of the Champion for this one. So we're losing 2% crit. Wait. No. No, never mind. Big thing, because of the miss. I think this will be fine. I would like to do some comparisons of Badge of the Swarm Guard to
5,
just
4,
doing Drake Fang
3,
for the whole fight.
2, 1. Don't know what's going on. Alright, just go full board here. Oh, I lost my buff. Kill it. I fucked up my shit. Oh well. Double desecrated. Band of Unnatural Forces. Nice. Big fat loot. Gonna go with I do think Blizzard is working on their own Classic Plus. They know the market is big enough. Well, now they know. Now they know. It took Turtlewell for them to realize it. And then instead of rewarding them, working with them, they try to punish them. F them over. Scumbag Blizzard. Whether it's as good as Turtle remains to be seen, but Turtle has existed for 7 years. If it releases, it'll give them some time to mature. Yeah, I think maybe playing it right away would give a bad impression. But, I mean, either way, all they had to do was license private servers. That's all they had to do. And they fucked it up. They done fucked it up. So 41, but that's not giving me the crit. 39. 35.2. Should I just go for this then? No, shouldn't. I'll go with that. Let's move this down here. Licensing private servers would have been ideal. Yeah, it's the obvious move. I literally, as soon as the Microsoft deal went through, I messaged 2 people I knew at Microsoft who were involved in games that's what they should do. License private servers for WoW. Just do it. And they never responded. So much for having contacts in the game industry, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's a... Well, one of them left Microsoft after that. So I don't know.
1.
But whatever. That's what they should be doing. It would be the smartest move. But, like, the Microsoft clearly doesn't care about games. Like, they are literally trying to murder their Xbox division. Oh, what's happening here? No. Okay, it's going that way. Ugh. The circus continues as the Whiskey Warriors die to the loot pinata. Unfortunate, but the fact of the matter is they don't know how to tank. Unfortunate. Yeah, that's off the top. Thanks. Oh my god. Bozos. If you'll give me $1 if I roll a druid and tank better. I have a druid. I started leveling it again yesterday. I was enjoying it again because druids can do some ridiculous shit. All right, let's get my frostbot up. Let's get all my buffs up. Whew. What do I mean by Microsoft murdering their Xbox division? So I did talk about it a little bit in Game Dev News. Actually, did I? I think I forgot to. Okay, so basically, the Xbox division of Microsoft was given impossible goals. Basically, there was no way they were going to meet the profit margins that were set for them. It was literally an impossible Sisyphean task. And then they used that as the as the impetus to do layoffs, and then they did some like 8,000 layoffs. What was it? Was it 6,000? It's a huge amount of layoffs. And they've moved away from hardware. They made that kind of clear. So there's not going to be another Xbox hardware. And if you watch the next Game Dev News, there's a news story that I'll be talking about where they're moving towards streaming for Xbox, or as a replacement for Xbox. So you know how you have to, you would have to pay a monthly fee, and then they would stream, not on your hardware, they would stream the game to you and you would play with lag. That's their plan right now. Here. Oh, Duels Dragons? What? Oh, Dragoons. Oh, yeah. Turtle keeps revamping the entirety of Druid talents in what seems like every patch. They're a little bit chaotic on that, yeah, it seems. Scott has demoted you guys to the O'Duel's Dragoons, just so you know. I'm going real light on DPS here until this is figured out. That actually worked out in our favor with that. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. Nope. Alright, that should be okay. The only problem is I can't see, necessarily, if another one comes my way. Also, I can't see if my taste for blood is up. Oh god, it's coming this way. Killed him in the air. Nice. Shroud of Dominion, nice.
Our preparations continue as planned, Master. It is good that you serve.
Not sure if the vanilla client has any weird restrictions about adding entirely new talent trees, though. i.e. supporting more than 3. I don't know. I mean, that's something that they could potentially do.
I foresee no complications at this. Wait.
You do have to be careful with that. It sort of
Your security
maybe goes too far
failed.
from the,
This interruption immediately.
I don't know. At some point, you just make a new game, man. And I think Turtle needs to make their own game. The Turtle team could make a great MMORPG on their own, without all the trappings of Warcraft. That helmet looks so goofy. Oh, what, the frost one? Yeah. But this one looks badass. Look at. The only problem with it is they have the fake green eyes at the front of it, so you can see that it's my eyes are behind the fake green eyes. I do wish they had a glow about them, like a high elf glow. Oh, let's move this here. Nobody wants a new MMO, just the old game with new stickers and streamers. Feels that way sometimes. I don't know. There's a group interested in that. Like Ashes of Creation's doing okay, and they're not even that good. WoW is the golden boy for MMOs. Making Classic Plus gets the clicks and the players. For now. But, I mean, people have got to be bored at this point. I'm gonna take the HP this time. 12 minutes should be enough for one attempt. Alright, we'll eat food. People have got to be bored. I hear, but WoW is still going strong after 22 years. Yeah. It's the what do you call it? When you shoot. When you feel like you're losing something because you've invested so much time into something. Sunk cost fallacy. That's what it is. It's the sunk cost fallacy. There's people who've invested so much time and money and effort into WoW that they don't want to leave. But that is one of the problems with retail, is that every expansion they obsolete all that time and investment into, because they obsolete all the raid stuff you've done for the last year and a half, depending on how long it's been between expansions, I suppose. Yeah, sunk cost fallacy. You could have never imagined the game would be this popular after this long. Absolutely not. We did not imagine it would be this popular even at the start, we had no idea it would be this popular. Because EverQuest, I don't know if you guys remember, but EverQuest topped out at like 100K back in the day. It was very niche audience. But making a EverQuest MMORPG accessible the way that WoW did certainly changed the game in a way that nobody could have predicted. One could argue that life is a sunk cost fallacy. Interesting, Scott. Dark. Yeah. I guess you could argue that. I don't think I would. I think there's a primal drive to stay alive. Do you think the sunk cost fallacy could come from a drive to survive and the feeling that if you leave WoW, you're dying effectively? Life is measured in time, abandoning time equals abandoning life. It could be. That feels like there's a link there. I bet you that the brain has connections there. Interesting thought. I don't know. Someone contact a neuroscientist. Maybe they can tell us more. Trying to focus up. I've been considering I don't even know how I would get the bag space, but I've been considering slotting in a ammo bag for the 14% haste on my shots, just for this fight. But then, like, if I do that, it'll be a permanent thing at that point, because there's no way I'm getting that bag space back.
Pray for mercy.
10 seconds to kill is on. Alright, we're watching feet.
Shadow Fisher.
Shadow Fisher, not on me. What the fuck? I'm not hitting anything. no, I fucked up. I fucked up in a big way. Alright, well, hopefully it's not gonna get us killed, but... Sometimes my slicing dice doesn't go off. I'm 100% hitting it. I am in a... I'm dead. We got him anyways. That was not good. That was sloppy AF, but whatever. It's a bit sad that, in my opinion, Blizzard will never make another RTS game. They'll never make another RTS. They'll never make another game. They'll never make another game. Ever. Any game. At all. Nothing new. What dropped? Soul Seeker. Double Soul Seeker? Wow. What'd he drop? Double Soul Seeker. What does it look like? Oh yeah, it's kind of badass. And then you get ATAsh and it's gone. I already have Mr. Bigglesworth, so... Stormwind. Alright, we're good here. One second. I want to take a look at the logs and see how things went. No logs yet. No Orgrimmar portal. Wait, Undercity? I'll take Undercity. Alright. We're gonna disconnect from them so that I there was some loot drama going on because someone joke rolled on something. Which I would not do that on any of the major bosses. So I'm exalted with Undercity now, so I wanted to go look at the Quartermaster while we wait for these logs to post. I'm not sure where the Quartermaster is. Crazy how many people give Arthas a pass. Don't get me started. If Dave made Warcraft 4, Arthas's ghost would be made to wander the streets of Stratholme, picking up trash and being scolded by Uther.
Speak quickly.
No, probably not. Arthas wouldn't be dead. How long has this been here? Oh, that's right. It's where the ink comes from. Alright, does anyone know where the Quartermaster for Undercity is? I would think it would be in the War Quarter. Wait, you can write. Reagents. Arthas was like 23 when he got corrupted. Yeah, I don't know. I would try for a redemption arc, but that might be too ambitious. Because it's one thing to go from mass murder to... or rather, it's one thing to go from the prince to mass murder. That's not a big stretch. But to go from basically the soulless lord of the undead with you know, mass murder under your belt back to someone who cares about people, that can be tough. That's a tough one. But I think I might be able to figure it out. Alright. Is the quartermaster with Sylvanas, maybe? Maybe that's where I should be looking. Weapon master?
What would you ask of death?
Trainer, merchant. Mining supplies. This is not it. Where would the master... Can't even rent a car at 23? Well, you know, there's no cars. Gerard's mind slave. Alright. Priests. Let's go to where Sylvanas is. Maybe that's where it is. Oh, going the wrong way for that. Surely Undercity has a quartermaster, right? No, that's an exit. Yeah. Doom. Still no logs. Oh wait. Yeah, here it is. They posted it in the wrong channel. Zenrai, number 1. Alright. Hold on. Let me share this with you. So, nothing changed from previous stuff. Ba-ding! So, we're number 1. And you can see... I want to compare Sinister Strike to some other Backstab rogues and see what we got. So 718, 641 hits, 39 misses. And we have 757k, 444 hits, 15 misses. So interesting. And surprise attack, 74k. 87k. Interesting. And then my auto attacks are 848k, which makes a lot of sense because I have 2 extremely good DPS main hand offhand. The top 2 in the game, period. So that makes a lot of sense too. I was using haste as opposed to agility food. I don't think I lost any amount of Sinister Strikes from that because I could barely keep up on my Sinister Strikes. And I may even, after experiencing that, I may even try the hybrid build that people are saying is better. So we'll see. I think my main problem was that, can I check across the entirety of the raid, the uptime of Slice and Dice? Maybe. No, it would do everyone's, wouldn't it? I just want mine. Here it is. Slice and dice. I just want Zenrai. Target aura. Oh, is that not correct here? What is this? Source aura. Oh, target aura? Wait, hold up. What is the difference here? Okay, there we go. Wow, you can see it across the entirety of the raid. Okay, this is useful. He said. So I let it drop off in the middle of the Anubricon fight. So I'm starting off good, and then I'm fucking up towards the end. That's what's happening. Alright. So as I suspected, I'm just losing my train of thought. There's a little gap here in Thaddeus. That's alright though. Gothic the Harvester. Yeah, I'm letting it drop at the end. Maybe when it's at the halfway point, though it's hard to tell. Did I really? Okay, so I did better than I thought on Slice and Dice. Minor gaps here and there. Celtic Zod fight I completely fucked up. I forgot that I put my ranged attack on my T, and normally that's my Sinister Strike to dump my Adrenaline Rush. So I could have done a lot better on Celtic Zod. That'll probably be my weakest fight. And I think if I had done, well, let's check. Anubricon. Wow, never mind. That's perfect. Okay, so maybe that was some sort of weird anxiety. Hard to say. But no, I do want to keep Slice and Dice. And what other uptime do I need? I want to see Kiss as well. Kiss of the Spider. If I can. Yes, I can. Okay, good. This is only doing it for me, right? This is just my damage. No, no, okay, right. Let's do all players and see where I placed in the Anubricon fight. So I didn't even do that well here. Are you getting a lot of private servers or stealing people now? No, just that one, and I'm pretty sure he's the same one as before. On a different account. Because I'm pretty sure he was going to go into a rant about Shenna or something. But either way. Wow, Van Beef, what the hell? Cleave, nice. So I got outdone here by the other rogues. Blade Flurry is the problem. I did not turn my Blade Flurry on for most of that, and I realized it a little too late. So that's the lack of damage there. So that's an improvement I can make. Grand Widow. Whew. I was 4th. I think I could have done better here. There was some confusion on the early parts of the fight, and then the X ran away, which caused me to be late to the main fight. But whatever. My uptime... How is that possible? That's not possible. Kiss of the Spider is not that long. Alright, so this is not what I think it is it? This is not just me. Alright, so we need to reevaluate my performance in that regard. Oh, it's because I selected all players again, isn't it? Source spellcast? Is there a way to... I think I just have to select myself again. That way I can see it. I don't know. I don't want to talk about it because I don't know anything about it. I wasn't there when that... But there's the thing was that there's a past private server, and that person was apparently selling accounts on the side or something to make money. And ever since then, Torta's been accused of being the same person. Whether it is or not is kind of irrelevant to me, because people change over time and learn lessons about what they should and shouldn't do. And, you know, ruining the integrity of your server to make some money on the side, even if it is for the rumor being to help your family, you know, obviously in the long term compromises people's trust. So I don't know. I wasn't there. I have no confirmation of anything, so it doesn't really matter to me. What matters is that for Turtle WoW, there has been no evidence of any sort of gold selling or account selling or any of that. They cracked down on that shit so hard. And if anyone were purchasing accounts or doing anything like that, it would be spread like wildfire, because there's a group of what at this point I can only call conspiracy theorists who would be all over that in an instant. But not even the people who come into my channel and go, this person's that person, not even those people go, and Turtle WoW is also selling accounts, because there's no evidence of it whatsoever, because they cracked down so hard on RMT and so forth, and they've been so vigilant about making sure that it doesn't happen again. So even if Torta and this person are the same person, clearly they learned a lesson and they're never going to do that again. So yeah, the accusation is Turtle's doing something similar, but they're absolutely not, and they have no evidence of it. And if it were happening, there'd be an ad somewhere, or I'd see it. Anyone who even talks about it gets shut down so fast. So they are super hyper vigilant about making sure that does not happen, because they know that the integrity of their operation is so important. All right. Let's go back to all players. Let's go real quick through each boss. I just want to see how I did on each one individually. So Grand Widow, there's room for improvement, but Maxina, I did top out. Not by as much as I would have liked. Is 30 a troll? Nice sapper charge. I used one too, but I didn't use mine as effectively as they did. That's probably where I lost some DPS. Auto attack. Backstab 31k. Sinister Strike 26k. So yeah, Sinister Strike is quite good. I do kind of miss Backstab though. Pathologic 3 coming out tomorrow? Ooh. Make a good product greater than scamming? Yeah, 100%. And that's why Turtle WoW is basically at the top of everything right now. And that's why Blizzard is so anxious about it. Or at least Microsoft, or whoever is pulling the puppet strings on these lawyers. Which is kind of gross. Literally, this could all be resolved with a private license for licensing for private servers. That would solve everything, and they would have all the money. But no, they gotta threaten people, try to destroy people in the US. It's disgusting, absolutely disgusting. But what did we expect? Interesting. What's his damage coming from then? So like, I beat him in auto attack and my Sinister Strike outdid his backstab. So what is the damage from? Deadly Corrosive. 12k, 12k. And I was using what? Double Dissolvent. 9k. So that's 10k damage right there. That's what I thought. On this fight, Patchwork, well, okay, so let's think. Because I had, what was I doing at that point? I think it was main hand, no, it was main hand Dissolvent, and offhand was, offhand was the, stone. Undead stone. I had assumed they were anxious because they're making their own product. The lawsuit is elimination of competition. I mean, that's what a lot of people are speculating, but if they are, it's a recent thing, and it's years off. So, they shut down Turtle WoW now, that audience goes away, and then what? I think they're hoping to avoid the comparison, because I don't think that their Classic Plus is going to be nearly as good as Turtle WoW's, because A, they're not hiring people. I don't see jobs going up for people who are going to work on it. B, they don't have the people internally who are all that interested, as far as I know, in making a real Classic Plus with new quests and new races and all that stuff. And C, I'm pointing at numbers and saying letters. I don't know why. C, I don't think that monetarily it makes sense. So Microsoft's not going to fund it the way it needs to be funded. I honestly am suspicious that the lawsuit on Turtle WoW was in the hopes that they would give up all of their stuff to them and they could just take it. That's my thinking. You like the counter offer letter you drafted on behalf of Turtle WoW? Good times. Dear Microsoft, give us WoW. Blizzard is trash and we can make more money for you. XOXO Turtle. Yeah, that's the better counter offer for sure. What was the reason UE5 got dropped? I'm sure there's an explanation, but I don't even have Discord. It's all speculation. But from my point of view, and so remember that the Unreal Azeroth team was a separate team before that had nothing to do with Turtle WoW. It was a cooperation of some sort between Turtle WoW and the Unreal Azeroth team. Okay, so bear that in mind. So then you're the Unreal Azeroth team. You get into this cooperation with a private server. The private server gets the Eye of Sauron on them and suddenly is in the middle of a RICO charge lawsuit. What are you gonna do? Do you want to be associated with that? Probably not. So they probably had a mutual agreement to part ways to take the heat off of Unreal Azeroth. That would be my guess. That would be my assumption. It says 6 targets, but I don't know. Okay, so we were second place here. I know we could have done better. I think if we had went with Deadly Corrosive, we might have done better, but then I don't think that my Sinister Strikes and auto attacks would have done as well. But it's hard to say. 100 attack power versus 24k damage. Or 12k, effectively. Did I Garrot? Oh, right, because I vanished. I did a trinket swap successfully. So that was good. Let me see if I can just get... I wish there was a hotkey for this. No, see, it's grabbing the slice and dice from all the rows. I don't want that. All right, whatever. That's not helpful then. Can't really see my uptime on slice and dice. Is there a way to change it here? Source? No. Target key. Damn. Source. Spell. Yes. I want this to only be me. Is it over here, maybe? Ah, there we go. Okay, I had some gaps. Big gap there. That's not good. Oh, I know why. Because I had to run over to dip. That's okay. That's not that bad. Let me go back and check a new Bracon with that in mind then. Oh shit, did I not slice and dice the whole thing? Oh, it changes this. Alright, that's annoying. Where's the new Bracon? There we go. I was late on my slice and dice. Way late. I really should do the 1 point slice and dice every time, just to get it up. Okay. I think maybe this is the running in part, though. And then I was waiting for the boss. But I did, like, do a 5 point rupture first, which is probably not the way to go. The T-WoW team really should just make their own MMO. I've been trying to convince them. I have an IP I've written for them specifically for that purpose, but I just can't get them interested. They don't think they can do it. But I don't know. World of Snortcraft, it plays ASMR and white noise and you level up by sleeping. That's retail. Isn't that retail? Alright. I think Grand Widow would have the same problem here. God, I wish there was a way to make it always select myself. Grand Widow. Again, big gap in slice and dice. Not good. Very not good. It's a very short fight, but I should not have had slice and dice down for how long is this? Over almost a minute. Jesus, that's terrible. Oof. All right, I have something to work on. I'm gonna skip Thaddeus. It doesn't really make sense to look at. Four Horsemen doesn't make sense to look at. Hagen, maybe? Hagen can be interesting. And Zenrai. Did okay. There's a gap. Definitely, I need to work on that. I need to work on the start of Slice and Dice and making sure to maintain it. The uptime on Slice and Dice is probably one of the biggest positive changes you can do. Baker beat me again? Unacceptable. What was I running by Hagen? I was running double stones. So I had plus 200 attack power. Which explains my auto attacks and my Sinister Strike basically matching or beating the backstab at this point. So that's interesting. With one of the stones, the Sinister Strikes were just barely beating the backstab. With two, they or just under the backstabs, and with two, they were beating them. But I'm losing out on the deadly and the corrosive. The shorter the fight, the better in that case. Is Loteb interesting? I don't think so. Minor gaps here and there. Ooh, a big one at the end. Oh, right, because I fucked up. Yeah, I remember. That's just me fucking up. Nothing I can do about that. The majority of classic players aren't interested in new things, or at least new IPs. Yeah, like I said, I don't know anyone who has more passion for World of Warcraft than the Turtle WoW team. Getting them to abandon it is a Sisyphean task. Getting them to become interested in making their own thing doesn't even seem to be possible, if I'm being honest. Where's Kel'Thuzad? Dear Kel'Thuzad. Oh, was there top? Okay, didn't expect that actually. Yeah, 30 went dissolvent here. I think deadly corrosive is the way to go. But the Kel'Thuzad fight was shorter. It was a 6-minute fight. What? Oh no, because I'm just looking at the Kel'Thuzad damage, so I have some slice and dice gaps. So definitely want to work on that. I don't want to say it was laziness, but it was something's wrong with my brain when it comes to that. Interesting. All right, well, there we go. Do I have to select each boss? God, that would be stupid. No, I guess I can kind of see it. Yeah, and you can see there's a lot more gaps now. In every fight, I have some gaps. All right, well, whatever. I can work on that. Nice flex. Yeah. There are already games like this. Stalcraft was a stalker-themed mod of Minecraft until it just Theseus shipped their way into making it a Destiny-like MMO. Yeah, 100%. There's a path for the Turtle WoW team to make their own thing, but you know, try as I might, I can't get them interested in anything I've presented to them so far. And I've given them all sorts of options. Everything from taking over an abandoned game to making a new IP from scratch to well, I mean, what more is there from that? Yeah, I don't know. They're just not interested, so there's not much I can do. They're going to sync with the WoW Classic Plus ship, one way or the other, I guess. But yeah, if they are interested and they want an IP, a new IP, I've generated many before and have been sitting on one for them now. Okay, I never found the quartermasters, so I have no idea where to go. Blur. Blurg. Jason Boyle? No, couldn't be. Blue Moon odds and ends.
Be quick about your business.
No. Bit hard to type in YouTube live chat with the character limit, but coming from a place of ignorance, I find TWOW's letter to Blizzard slightly hypocritical. Go on. I'm gonna order a coffee. I'm actually starving now. I forgot to order one at the start, so didn't get around to it. It's already 2 p.m. Should I get a coffee? Maybe I should skip coffee today. What do I feel like? Eggs and bacon. Delicious. They only wrote it after they were sued. What are your thoughts on their donation shop? Having played TWoW for a while, it does have analogs to in-game cash shops. No, here's the difference, and I've always maintained this. You can sell a boxed copy or have a subscription service or have a shop where players can buy things. If you do all three, you're a piece of shit. What if you're selling them a boxed copy? That must be a complete experience, and that's it. Warcraft 3 is the prime example of that. If you have a cash shop, you can be free to play. League of Legends is the prime example of that. If you just want to be a subscription service, you can do that. EverQuest is a prime example of that. They also sell expansions in the form of box copies. Fine. But to sell a box copy and then have a subscription service and then sell items in a shop, fuck you. Fuck you, fuck you. That is just disgusting cash grabbing bullshit, and obviously I don't even know what to say at that point. That is cash grab to the max. In the case of Turtle WoW, what are they doing? It's hold on. I want to make sure I get my order correct. In the case of Turtle WoW, what are they doing? They have a donations, and then you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. But if you want to, you can use the tokens you get from the donations to get stuff in the store. And they have a lot of cool stuff in here. Some of it, the big accusation is the gameplay stuff. Anything in the gameplay tab could be considered pay to win by certain people. I actually fall on the side of a pay for convenience, and I know some people hate that, but to me, it is not paying to win the game. I'm not better in PvP because I have a 36 slot bag. Yes, I might be able to level more quickly because I have the bags, but I'm not using them for that purpose. Like, yeah, I get more gold, but at the end of the day, you still have to go to the dungeons and do the raids and get the gear. Like, it doesn't change anything in that regard. So I don't consider them pay to win. I consider them pay for convenience. And I know that's a distinction that some people are not happy with, but it's just my opinion. And I accept that for some people that is pay to win, but it's not for me. So I don't have an ethical concern here, personally. I need this order to go through. I didn't realize how hungry I was until just this moment. Okay, there we go. So they only wrote it after they were sued. The open letter was written after they advertised openly on social media about it being the superior version of WoW. Only after they were threatened did they compose an open letter to Blizzard. No. So asking for dialogue? No. Here's the thing that you might not know. And I don't know how many people know this, but there were Blizzard people in contact with Turtle WoW before the lawsuit. And there were discussions between Turtle WoW and Blizzard about potentially just handing it over to them. I don't know. I wasn't there for those conversations, and some of this is rumor and speculation. So I don't really know what's going on in that regard, but I know for a fact that there were Blizzard employees playing Turtle WoW. In fact, there are Blizzard employees playing Turtle WoW to this day. And I don't think that the Blizzard folks are necessarily happy with this lawsuit in the way that it's gone down. Honestly, you could just compete as a superior product. Suing makes me think even less of whatever Blizzard is producing, if that's even possible. Yeah, precisely. It makes them look weak. And the fact of the matter is, they are weak. They're coming from a position of stupidity. They were ignorant of what people wanted, and they didn't know how to achieve it. And so now they're coming to destroy the competition through legal attacks rather than through superior ability to create things. It's pathetic. And they should be ashamed. But the thing is, it's not the developers at Blizzard. This isn't their idea. At least I hope not. This is clearly... What is this? Where does this go? Wrist? I want to see what this is. I don't remember these. I don't remember seeing these. Huh? How would that work? Wait, what? Well, is there a ring on my finger? I can't see. It says hands. If there's a ring, I don't see it. It would be the left finger. Is this for weddings? Maybe my weapon's in the way. Oh, it's not gonna work. You need to find a way to convince Christy Golden to play this. Does she even work at Blizzard still? No. Yeah, get Christy Golden to play. That would be funny. Oh, wait. These are kind of cool. These are new. When did these go in? I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little silver thing there. I'm not sure what these are doing, though. I think it doesn't work on a troll hand or something. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong finger? No. Doesn't seem to work for trolls. If there's a graphic. I'm assuming there is. You still think she's way overrated? She wrote a good Warcraft book and that's it, I think. I don't know. I don't know her. I worry that she had a lot to do with how Shadowlands was written. And if so, I don't necessarily... Here's the thing. Writing for a book and writing for a game are very different things. And people... Especially, this is ironic, especially corporations who are like looking for writers, they make the mistake of thinking, oh, I'll just hire this writer. He worked on like movies and stuff and TV series. He'll make a great game. Nope. They do not. They can, but it needs to be adapted, and it needs to be adapted in the right way. And you're only going to do that if they have a good game design sense. The guy who wrote the Fallout series, the TV series, he clearly has a good game sense, and clearly he played the games, and I think it has come up that he has. But that's not the case for everyone, you know. Some of these writers that they hire, they don't play games, so how would they fucking know what they're supposed to do? I swear there's a lot more options in here than before. Yeah, there is. Someone's been going crazy. Man, I wish it would take off the chest so I could just see the piece. Full formal suit. Anyways, I'm still looking for the quartermaster, which I have no idea. Oh, you know what? Maybe he's in the middle. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? You used to make text adventure games and design docs before you wrote books? Nice. Well, then you might have a good game design sense in that regard. You need practice in all of the writing forms to be malleable enough to do any of them. 100% agree. Writing for screenplays versus writing for game barks versus writing for in-game cinematics and cutscenes, and all those things are different. Very, very different. I've been fortunate enough to be able to practice all of those things over the course of my career, and have examples and shipped products. You know what I need to make? I need to make a reel. I need to make a reel of my career, of like the actual stuff in game, of like my cinematics and things like that, and just put it all together in like a sizzle reel of my work. I think that's the one thing I'm missing that might be holding me back from getting the job of my dreams. Maybe Larian would hire me if I showed them that. Alright, where the frick is the quartermaster, guys? I give up. Tell me. I don't want to hunt anymore. I want to know. Nail technician. Oh, right.
I have a deal for you.
You can get your nails done here, which is freaking hilarious. You can get goth nails. All right. I have no idea what the hell. Wait. Here maybe? Aha! There we go. Is there a way to see this? There isn't. Bastard. So I can get the tabard. That's free. Why is it blue? Shouldn't it be purple? All right, now that we got that out of the way, which one of these do I want? They like every other person who sells these, they have them standing around so you can see what they're gonna look like. Ebon Death Charger is black, armored. They're all armored. Ebon, ivory, emerald, crimson. Crimson would be red, right? This is expensive. I don't want to spend the money right now. How is it different from my... I wish I knew what it looked like. Method acting the story out as a cheap cheat to making it good, but that also requires you to have a soul, not be an NPC. What? You lost me there, Scott. Alright, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. My food's on the way, and I need to... Ooh. I need to start working on game dev news. So, it was a good Naxx. Tomorrow, AQ40. So we'll see you then. And thanks for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Designer Dave out.